Hello, hello! Welcome to the Circle of Fame. Today we met with Vangilis to discuss the ideas behind the circle. And Vangelis prepared some questions which I am happy to answer today. Hi, Vangelis.
And thanks for inviting me again. Today, we're going to go a little bit more into inside the Circle of Fame. So, what would be the experience of someone who becomes a member of the Circle of Fame? And you mentioned in the other video several times that there are certain people that you are looking for. And we use phrases like high level expert, forward thinking person, a quality person. And I wanted to get your definition of when someone says a high level expert, a forward thinking person, what comes to your mind as to what that definition is? What makes a person, or how do you see a person who is high quality?
Oh, thank you for questions. These are great questions. First of all, as you said, experience of expert who join in the circle. The experience starts from welcoming to family. Yeah, because the Circle of Fame is not the platform. It is like a heart-centered community, a community of heart-centered people who really find their tribe. So experience starts from welcoming and joining a first panel discussion with other experts. And the panel discussions are curated. There will be only 6 people answering 5 questions within 90 minutes. So everyone can have time to bring their best. Yes, and we want experts to bring their best because we don't want it just to be generic knowledge and just discussion about everything in like general, but we want it to be the most valuable content because we will repurpose this content and we want experts to bring their best from the point of value, that how this knowledge which they will share at the panel discussion can be implemented
Mm.
practically by people who come and put their time and who are looking for real instruction or guidance in order to achieve certain results in their life or business. And
So the value is the practical implementation of it. And
yes,
so for you, an expert is someone who can convey, who can express what they have learned, their experience, so that someone listening can take that information, assimilate it, and apply it to their life. So value of it, that's part of the value of it.
exactly. Because later we want to uh, segment these panel discussions and we will produce different videos. So every video will be a separate question. And then we will create library where entrepreneurs, business owners can come and search by the expert name or by topic that they are looking for. And these conversations will come and people will listen to different experts who share different perspectives about the same topic, and people will see who they resonate, who they really feel that this person can help me, and this is how they will contact them and hire them to be their mentors or coach or consultant or whatever this person is offering. Maybe they would like to read their books, and this is the experience. And besides that, the experience will be to meet other experts, to have this proximity of people who are looking for high results, who are not here just to be average, yes, but really people who are committed to success, people who are determined, who are disciplined, who have big goals, who already achieved results in their life and are looking for opportunities to share with the world what they know, what they achieved, and help other experts and other entrepreneurs to be successful in life and business.
So part of that quality is the personality of the person to be able to lead themselves.
Yes, this is very important because we are looking for leaders. Yes, leaders or thought leaders. And of course, the leaders are people who are good followers, who can follow. right? And learn from others, because we always can learn and grow. There is no way that we come to a certain point and say that, oh, I know everything, it's enough, I arrived. Yes, this never happens. We know that as more we learn, more we understand how much we want to learn. And the Circle of Fame is this kind of movement, I would say, which unites people who want to learn from each other. And of course, leaders are those who can lead themselves first. Yes, like from one side, they are followers, they learn from somebody, from their role models always. And on the other hand, they have to lead themselves. So it should be alignment between who they are as a personality and what they teach. So it is not like somebody read the book or did the training and start teaching to others something that he never experienced, something that in his real life he doesn't implement and he doesn't use. So we're really looking for people who are aligned between whom they are inside and what they're teaching. And what they're teaching, it is reflection of what they lived and what they implemented themselves and what they already proved as results for themselves, and then they bring these results and share with other people.
That is so true, because I was listening to a speaker and he said, how many people do you know write a book about a topic, and like, for example, how to get rich? All right. And the person writing the book gets rich from writing the book, but they were not rich before they wrote the book. And so he was saying, so he says, no, no, I want someone who's already rich, has a lot of money. Then they write the book on how they were able to do that. Because, see, what you're talking about is speaking and expressing from your experience, not something you read somewhere. Nothing wrong with reading, but if you read and apply and then share what happened in your life, then that's part of what that value is, and the expert part. Because we're hearing from what happened with you, applying that information. And that's what we would like other people to have as the same experience. Yeah, I like that, Elena.
Yes, yes, this is exactly how it is.
Okay, you also talked about talk more about the alignment of the inside and the outside, because I think that what we just talked about is making sure that what we speak, our life, and all that. Tell me a little more about the alignment that you were talking about.
Yes, I think that honesty is very important.
Okay.
Honesty and transparency and alignment. What I mean is that person it inside and outside is the same. Yes, so inside it is our daily life, how we behave, how we think, how we feel, how we act, how we implement what we teach for our own life. Yes, so when it is aligned, it means that our daily actions are aligned with our big goals and purposes, and only this how we can help other people. Because if we don't live according to this, if we're not honest with ourselves, if we don't grow every day, if we don't implement what we know that works on ourselves and only think that we can teach, but when it comes to our life we do opposite things, right? So this is where what is not alignment. Yes, so I think that honesty with yourself is the most important thing. And when we want to teach something or share with people, we have really to be honest with ourselves. Do I do it myself? Did I use these techniques or whatever myself? Did I really see results? And how it is practical? How I can share it with people who can really, after listening to this panel discussion, after this conversation, they can take exactly what was said and implement and see results, see the change. Because now we live in time when there is so much information, right? Like especially AI now. We just see so many AI agents, and people hardly can recognize when they speak with person or when they speak with AI, right? So it is not difficult to find information nowadays. It is so easy. You can go to cloud or to ChatGPT or so many different way how to get information. But I believe that human touch, right? Like human touch and really life experience cannot be replaced by AI, because AI has knowledge, but it doesn't have those feelings, life experience, and understanding like the human on that side, like what they're going through, what exactly can help them in this part of their life, right? And what is the best for them at this moment. So this is what I call alignment.
And then when an expert is sharing some information, it's for them to guide other people to guide themselves. Because what you're talking about is if I go somewhere here and get information, well, I'm not really applying it to me. I'm dependent on someone else telling me what to do. And so this is where your honesty is, where am I really doing this myself, which is what you said. The honesty is, am I applying this to myself or am I dependent on someone else to make all my decisions? Because whether it's AI, a computer, or a coach, if I call them up every time I need help, is no different than going to AI for everything. I'm not thinking for myself. And so that was your honesty, part of your honesty. And then transparency. Talk to me more about transparency.
Transparency is very important because it shows that people are open to accept, right? Like accept reality, and open to ask for help, open to look for knowledge, open to answers is if they don't know them for certain question. Yes, so it is not about coming and pretending that we are expert and we know everything, right? So I'm just here to share and I don't want to listen anybody because I know everything. So I think that our community is mostly for people who have these two aspects. Like one aspect is sharing because they have something very valuable to share, and another side is always growing because we when we meet with people, and why we are so passionate about creating this proximity and give people access to people who are at their level, who value knowledge, who value growth, who value change. And when people come at that level, this is how they will learn so much from each other. Even those panel discussions which we had in our pre-lunch time, I remember that many experts told that every panel discussion they learn so much from each other. And this is exactly transparency is. And just be open and be yourself, not pretending something more than you are or something less, but you be really yourself, be open to discuss where you have maybe very good uh, already solutions, or if not you can refer people, yeah, you can refer people to other experts, and enjoy enjoy this process a community, because this is how people will be happy to refer to each other. This is how people will be happy to promote each other, because I believe that nowadays communities will win. Strong communities will win. Strong communities which have that like image of that community with big purpose, and individuals who value each other, who can support and be happy for everyone's growth. Such communities
And
will.
that's part of the definition of the expert, the quality expert, because when you are transparent, you're open, like you said. Plus, it's also you're asking for help, which means you are part of the proximity. The piece of the proximity is where I know what I know, and I want to hear what you know, because then I will know what I know and I will know what you know because I'm transparent. You could also use the word vulnerable, meaning I'm saying, look, tell me what you know about that because I want to learn myself. And that's part of the definition of quality expert, a forward thinking person, because I want to promote these other people just as much as they want to promote me because we're all in this together in a community. No one tries to take over anything because we all feel our place. When you're comfortable with what you are, you don't try to take over anything because you are comfortable. You feel great. And that's part of your alignment that you spoke about earlier. My inside and my outside are aligned. They're very similar. Excellent.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly, exactly. And also be happy. Yes, be happy because more we become aware of this life as a gift, as a miracle every day, and even meeting people, new people in the circle of fame. Yes, when experts will have access to experts not only in their field but also in other different categories, when we meet also for our monthly networking events, and people will meet each other and speak and communicate in breakout rooms. So this also will give such a huge opportunity, and every day we need some different services. So I believe that people will look inside community for experts in different categories for services they want, right? They don't need to look outside because they will know that this community is with experts who are chosen, who are committed, who are purpose driven, who led by really love and passion to help people to make this world a better place. So this is how I see the future of the Circle of Fame.
Excellent. And also, do you see that as people start making more relationships and connections with other people, it's a place for other people to fill up? Because when you're working, everything that you do takes energy and time and space and money. Okay. But if you have a place where you can go to fill up, where people aren't taking from you, they're actually giving of themselves. That's also part of what I heard you say with the community. Because the proximity part is we're all transparent, we're all promoting each other, and we're all open to sharing. And it's a place where I would go to get filled up, where sometimes I might be exhausted or I might be tired or I just want to speak with someone who can understand what I'm talking about. What do you feel about that, Elena?
Exactly. This is like a big mastermind. Yes,
Oh,
mastermind,
yes.
according to Napoleon Hill, it was 12 people which who were meeting together once a month, and everybody would tell their wins and the problem, like question or problem that they want to solve. And other people, 11 people who present, they give the solution, like some from their perspective. And when you are in the room with people who are successful, who again have these qualities and high experts in their field, of course you will get so much insights. Yes, one idea can totally change the life. So
Yes.
when we meet at such networking events, and we can add masterminds later. Yes, like for different categories of people, and yes, of
But
course.
but a mastermind can be a meeting, or it is also part of all of your panel discussions, Elena. Because it's when you have a group of people that are similar in their thought process, similar in their thinking, in their, you could say their vibration or their frequency, then that's a mastermind. It's all these people, it's a collectiveness, a collective consciousness. And now all these people are all moving. And then when you say something, it triggers something in me. And when I say something, it triggers something in you. Yeah, oh, yes, now I think. And so I would not have thought of those ideas if you would not have said something. So it helps us to channel even within ourselves and among ourselves. And that's part of that mastermind.
Yes, I would separate these things because panel discussion have their purpose to share ideas about different topics, and mastermind is mostly like a small group come together to find support from other members to solve particular problems, right? So it is a little, although value is huge in both kind, but I would separate them because they have different purposes. Yes, and usually people who come in a small group for Mastermind, they want to keep content close to this only group. When panel discussions, we record for public, which will be repurposed and promoted in order to share this knowledge with public. Yeah, so it is different concepts for these two kind of meetings, and we might include masterminds at the later stage, but we will start with
Excellent.
panel discussions.
Excellent. Support, closed group, so that it's for a specific purpose. Perfect. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to share about the two questions we had? What's the experience and your definitions? Anything else you'd like to share before we close?
Yeah, and of course, for experience, we start with panel discussions. Later, we will do online events, offline events. We will do retreats, so we can meet each other not only online but in person. So it will be a lot, a lot of things which will be added later. And I can see that we will do big events when experts will come, and we'll do panel discussion in live events, and many people will come to join and meet these experts who they met before online.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes, so
Okay.
thank you for questions.
All right. Well, thank you so much. So what we talked about, a lot of stuff here. The expertise in the field, the practical knowledge, learning from people, knowledge and humility, quality of personality, the leading themselves, alignment of the inside and the outside, heart-centered community. The value is the practical implementation and segmenting the panel discussions, creating a library, and then the idea of proximity, the idea of good leaders are also good followers, and honesty and transparency are critical because it helps people to really understand if they really are hearing and assimilating and applying. And then the vulnerability, promoting each other, the awareness, and then the idea of the masterminds. So those are the topics that we covered a lot.
Wow, yes, it seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the questions.
Thank you, Elena.
You're welcome.